coming up next. And I'm excited for this because DisqoBunny has been showing up recently. Using Diddy Kong more than Sonic, I believe.
He recently took a tournament, I believe, in Austin. He was one of the few folks who went down.
He and Slaps.
Yeah, and I think he ended up taking first place, turning a lot of heads, surprising a lot of people. Going off now against AeroLink, who makes his return after being banished from the realm for some time. Since then, he said he's made some serious strides, not only on his punishes off of Witch Time, but also on his mental game as well. And I want to see that come into fruition here in Winner's Quarters.
Yeah, I mean, his neutral game was already practically an impenetrable wall. And if he's made adjustments to his mental game, I am terrified of what that neutral game is going to look like now.
Just consistently being able to keep calm under pressure. Just understanding how to keep a level head despite what the situation may be to ensure that you can always have these optimal punishes and keep that optimal mentality going into any match. Yeah. It's tough. Honestly, I feel like working on the mental game is so much more difficult than working on the punish game.
Well, and that's because it's not tangible as much as it is. You can't just be like, I can see the progress that I'm making in the mental game, you know, tangibly. So working on the mental game can be very stressful because you just don't know if you've gotten to where you want to be until you get there. But AeroLink with a great punish on just a simple forward air neutral, one of Diddy's great tools. And now he's taking the first stock, but DisqoBunny looking to get this.
And there's of course the 50-50, right? You can maybe try to pick up on the Witch Times coming out and actually use those as opportunities to find a different sort of punish rather than the go-to forward air. But at the same time, because of how strong the punish is upon connection of the Witch Time, it makes it a nice option for AeroLink to rely on.
Yeah, go on.
No, we're looking for down tilt here primarily, with AeroLink being at such a high percent. But again, you have to factor in Witch Time. How much of that has caused DisqoBunny to think twice about going for a go-to kill counter?
Yeah, I mean, I really like seeing, by the way, the advancement of the Diddy Kong meta game. Yeah, because like back in the beginning of the days, it was get a grab at 80. Now you've taken the stock, and then we moved on past the hoo-ha days, and it was throw a banana, try to read which way they go with a forward smash, and now it's you got to find the down tilt however you can. And for everybody else, it's how do I avoid the down tilt? And with a character like Bayonetta, it's not that hard. You just don't go onto the ground.
Yeah, it's a situation where you get to say pick one. I don't think that Disco's going to have a chance to recover. What a two-stock. At the end there, we're seeing AeroLink just not giving DisqoBunny a chance to make a recovery.
I think DisqoBunny could have recovered. I don't play Diddy Kong, but I believe he could have recovered if he said, all right, side Bs aren't working, how about I try it up B? I think it could have worked, but you never know with somebody like AeroLink. I mean, if he's been making those changes to his mental game, I haven't seen him play in a long time, but that edge guard looked crispy.
Right in the oven, in the bucket, ready to go. It was nice. It was clean.
It's clean. Crisp and clean. Lots of caffeine, I hope, because it is kind of late.
But it's not too bad.
No,
10 o'clock.
We have a pretty small tournament tonight.
I mean, you know, we'll say the number that we consider small, and there's going to be a lot of salty people out there that are like, "What do you mean? My monthlies don't get this much."
53. This is the least that we have had since probably like 11 months. I mean, we have been consistently getting an average of about 70 people to our weeklies.
It's the first day of school, you know.
First day, okay. I'll give it that. I almost didn't come. Actually, I almost didn't come. I just got stuck in an extra 45 minutes of traffic.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. When your major highway gets closed down to one lane.
Oh, you're talking about 35?
I'm talking about 35.
Garbage, man.
Garbage.
It's garbage.
And I take 35 all the way from my campus.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Local.
Like local.
I know you're tuned in to talk about Smash 4. We're gonna go and talk about traffic for a minute.
Yeah.
35 is actually like so garbage. It's
the only highway that is worse, and I'm trying to think. there are only two. There's the one in Austin, and then there's the one in Canada, which I can't remember off the top of my head. It has a 4 in it. I know that.
I don't know, man. 35 is legit like worse than Ganondorf in Brawl. That man had a 0-100 matchup against another character. Against Sheik. What?
I in that matchup, like, I could probably almost beat Mewtwo King if I knew how to play Sheik. If like, that's basically what that's saying.
Anyways.
Back to the match. We've gone on our rant about traffic and accidents. We're going to talk about these two players and hoping that one of them doesn't have a big accident right here, because one mistake means the stock at these percents.
Oh man, there's going to be the 35 stock. I'm done. I'm done. And right now it looks like Disco might be done as well. Back air connects. And that's
I think that was neutral.
Oh,
even. Oh yes, neutral area.
Oh yes, the aerial.
The aerial.
Oh yes, the aerial.
The neutral aerial. Anyways.
Were you going full professor?
Yes.
This is what happens when you get stuck in 45 minutes of traffic on 35.
Okay.
It turns you into a crazy person.
It does. No, I actually almost blew up my voice shouting at my steering wheel. So DisqoBunny's got to find the stock soon. He's, like we said, he's got to find that down tilt, but this is exactly where he got stuck last game, is he was at about these percents and trying to find a way to find said up smash. So now we're back to a neutral standpoint.
Yeah, it's a much better start. He wasn't stuck in that no escape zone, the Bermuda Triangle, of actually trying to find the KO while your opponent consistently racks on the damage.
And we talked about at the beginning of the match that the big part about AeroLink is that his neutral game is just incredible. And that goes along with the great punish game too. So the changes to the mental game would hopefully seal up any holes that he has in this game. And because his neutral is so impenetrable, the fact that Disco's kill confirm relies on getting like a single move in neutral, that AeroLink just goes, all right, well, I'm just not going to get hit by that then.
Yeah, a big thing for me looking at this match is AeroLink's item control. I can't think of the last time that I saw AeroLink actually get knocked down by the peel itself. And it's because he's just understanding what to do. He has a great understanding overall on how to deal with the projectiles that DisqoBunny's going to be throwing out. And
even then, I mean, he slipped on the banana right there, but nothing happened. He just was like, oh, whoops. What? You know, I'm wearing high heels with guns for heels. That'll be it.
Yeah, that's a cough.
This is a cough.
We may have lost our minds during that set, but yeah. AeroLink definitely kept his mentality. Keeps the win as well. 2-0 to advance on in the winner's bracket.
And a clean apology from me to both AeroLink and DisqoBunny for not giving you any constructive criticism in Game 2.
It was less constructive criticism, more
and
DSW
more. Why is there
tips.
So much construction?
I mean, it's construction criticism.
Construction
it's different.
criticism.
It's slightly different.
This is comedy gold, people. I know you don't think so, but believe me, it is.